What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy B-Mac here. It's a beautiful day outside. Just getting off work. So I was watching The Breakfast Club earlier, right? Well, more or less listening to it because, I listen to videos and stuff while I'm driving at work. Just funny stuff or stuff that, catches my attention, helps make the day go by quicker or whatever, right? And so I was watching an episode or two with Kevin Hart on there, right? And so what Kevin was talking about, and I ain't trying to steal his whole motif because I thought it was pretty deep. He said he looks at his life or life as chapters of a book, basically, right? It's a book. And that's really what life is to any of us. It's a book about you. It's your book. It's your story. It's all your experiences and how you operate in a day-to-day sphere on how things are going with you. And then when you're dead and gone, that's what people will look back. Again, it's metaphorically a book. People are going to look back at the pages of your life and be like, oh yeah, this person was known for this, they did that while they were here or whatever, they made their mark. So, as I've shared before with you all, I'm not going to say I'm the most amazing husband, or I'm the most amazing friend or whatever. And in just listening to that, it made me think self-reflective, right? So I want this video today to really be about turning the page, and I'm going to title this video, what does your book say about you? Or what do you want your book to say about you, right? And so basically, as I said in my last video, just had a birthday the other day, currently going through some things with my spouse, trying to, we're in the ropes. It's a tough time, trying to better that situation and trying to be a better father, to my kids, trying to be a better person in general, that's what this whole movement's about. And so I just kind of wanted to take time, and just kind of discuss some things with y'all because, again, I use this as an outlet because, not a lot of y'all, few watch, but pretty much very, very few comment. So it's almost like a self-diary of sorts, right? And so, in my short 31 years of life, I've made a lot of mistakes, but I've also had a lot of accomplishments, went to college, didn't finish my degree, unfortunately. I let life catch me up, and I'm not making that as an excuse. I do eventually intend on finishing my college degree because I got over 80, 90 plus credits, so definitely should, And so, anyway, I don't want to get too much off track. The whole point is there are parts of my life that I look back or when, the annals of history and time are told, not necessarily saying I'm going to go down in history or anything, but when those who care about me look back at my life and my life's feats or my life's works and accomplishments, I can't always say that everything that happened necessarily they're going to be proud of. There were some times where I was an asshole. There were some times where I did, for lack of better terms, break a heart or two or, do X, Y, and Z. But the thing about it is, excuse my ashy knuckles. The thing about it is, how do you want to be remembered? I don't continue to go around treating everyone as an asshole. I don't go around continuing to try to repeat the mistakes of the past. And the thing about it is, to me, and Kevin Hart made a very good point in saying this, you don't want to still be the you were, back in high school or whatever, because the premise of it was they were talking about why, he was no longer going to host the Oscars and all that, based on the whole homophobic, tweet or whatever he had made back when he was young. And he was like, yeah, that's the whole point of being young. That's what makes you an adult. You have to go through some shit. You got to experience something, learn something, and gain that knowledge so you can say you're an adult. Because otherwise you keep doing the same dumb shit, you're going to find yourself in the same positions. And to me, again, that resonated with me so much because I'm not the wealthiest individual. Hell, I got a lot of financial stress right now. but a lot of that is also because of me. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be my spending habits, whether it be what I was choosing to invest my money in, whether it be when I decided to walk away from employment. That's the chapter of my life for the last 2015 to 2019. When folks read those chapters, you know, again, speaking metaphorically, that's going to be the parts that I'm not necessarily proud of. I'm not proud of having to move in with my folks. I'm not proud of having to, you know, scrimp and save or drive someone else's vehicle because, you know, I've got this going on with mine. But at the same time, I'm not ashamed of what I've gone through because I lived it. I did it. You know, if anyone else wanted to judge me or wanted to walk in my shoes, by all means, go for it. Try it, because the shit is not enjoyable. I've also had a lot of promises and pluses in my life, you know. Good things have happened. But I can't say, as someone who has currently lived it, that everything has been sunshine and rainbows. And that's partly why this whole positivity movement thing came about, because I want to affect change. I don't want to just sit here and just be like, oh, my life is happening to me. No, I want to be the person that's making my life happen because I'm taking steps or actions or whatever to get things done a particular kind of way. So, again, like I was saying, my whole thing is you gotta understand when you need to turn the page. You got to understand when you need to move to a new chapter, but you also have to understand that your life is a book. And so though, let's say chapters 2000 to 2005 weren't pretty, you can still write the next chapter. You can still affect that change in your own life. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people would tell me, you know, and this is not to throw shade at anybody or anything like that, but a lot of people would tell me part of the reason why I am where I am in my life is because of shit that I've done. No one told me to marry the people that I've married. Again, I'm not talking bad about my ex-wife and my current wife, just saying, no one told me to marry who I needed to marry or who I chose to marry. Nobody told me to quit my job. Nobody told me to invest in this. Nobody told me to spend time with these individuals. These are all things that I did. And then I had to live the life experience to come back and be like, dang, you know what? Shouldn't have done that. Or if I could go back and do it differently, I'd have done it this way. Or if I could have done it like this, I would have done it like this. But we're not in the point of our lives any longer to just be like, oh, well, you know, there's a time machine, I can go back and fix it. Nah, I got to live with it. I have to live with the mistakes, the wins, the losses, the triumphs and all that, because again, I'm the only one who can live my life for me. And then the thing about it is, you know, and this is just my extra adage, and you can agree with me or not, but I'm also a parent. I'm a husband. I'm a son. I'm a sibling or a brother. You know, so I wear all these different hats, and these are all eyes of people who look to me for different reasons, you know, whether it be my children looking up to me for guidance, or whether it be, you know, my brother looking at me, you know, as, you know, what he expects of me as a person, or my parents looking at me how they expect me to operate as an individual or the person they raised, or, you know, how my boss looks at me as an employee or whatever. These are all different hats that we wear in life. And the thing about it is, again, it's our story. So if I decide that I want to work in the profession that I work, you know, currently, again, for those who are not aware, I left law enforcement last year. I'm not sure if I'm going to get back into it at all, but nothing bad, just I needed some space away, and currently I am a driver for Amazon. So it's not bad necessarily. It wasn't what I said as a child I wanted to grow up to do, but for the most part right now it's paying the bills and take care of what needs to take care of. So not to go any further, but the whole point is, no one told me, oh, well, you have to do that. That's something that I chose to do. Just like I chose to make these videos, whether I'm getting a following or not. The whole thing about it is your life is a book, all right? It is your own personal biography, whether you believe or not, whether you think it's important or not. It's its own biography about you, and only you can tell it. Now, the thing about it is, again, you know, I'll tell anybody, you know, I love the poem Dash, because basically what it talks about is, do you want to be remembered? You know, you don't want to be remembered from the time you entered this earth and the time you left. You want to be remembered for that dash in between those two numbers, because that's all the things that you did that, you know, chronicles your life. So I'm not going to go on and on. I just will say that, you know, I want people to be blessed. I want people to take the time that they have and take advantage of the things they can while they can. you know, and again, that goes to me as well, because I too have been one of those people to say, oh, I'll get to it, oh, I'll do it this day, oh, I'll do it, and then never do it. And then you're always looking to do it tomorrow, but tomorrow may never come. You don't know when your time is up. You don't know if trying to do it tomorrow or trying to do it this later time is really going to be the best fit for you because of X, Y, and Z, you know? Don't make an excuse to be great or to do something great, you know what I'm saying, and put that off, because you'll never know what opportunities you miss if you do that. You know, again, I am living proof that sometimes you may miss your chance or opportunity at something if you wait too long, you hesitate too long. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it because this video is getting too long. But the point of the matter is, you have to know when, one, to turn the page and start writing a new page and start working on a new chapter, so, you know, we can close out some of them other chapters that may not have been the best or, you know, most suspenseful or whatever. But at the same time, you also have to live your life for you, because only you, when it's all said and done, when you look back ideally on your deathbed and, you know, you're surrounded by your family and your friends and everybody else, you can look back and, well, you either look back and be like, man, I'm proud of the story that is going to be told about me or how my book ended. Or are you going to hide that thing on, you know what I'm saying, the clearance rack because you don't want nobody to know your story? Light humor. But that's all I got. Again, it's been your boy B-Mac. You know, Mackonreal, chapters of your life, or your life is a book. I'm sorry. The video's gonna be called Life is a Book. I'm gonna post it tonight. Hopefully I get a little more followings or whatever and followers. But yeah, man, you only get one life, and I will continue to reiterate this because this is something that I need to also take stock of. You get one life. If you want to spend that one life sleeping your day away every day, hey, God bless you. But at the same time, when you look at your bank account or you feel like, you know, you never go anywhere or you don't have any money or you're not doing this, also remember, you sleep every day. You can't accomplish too much if you sleep every day. And I love to sleep, just saying. But at some point you have to wake up to the reality of the situation and say, hey, only I can progress my life the way that I envision it. Because thought creates. So let's create some positive chapters, folks. It's been your boy again, B-Mac. Follow me on here. Follow me on Instagram, BMACK3888. BMACK388. It's only 2 8s, I'm sorry. Or you can Facebook my name or whatever, and I will, you know, you want to reach out, ask a question about anything you've seen in a video or whatever, Army stuff or just personal general life stuff, hit me up. I'm here. Deuce.